When you think of traditional Chinese exercises, you would probably think about such exercises as Tai Chi or Qigong. Both of them involve slow movement or staying still. Why the slow movement? What, what's so special about it? Well, again, if you think of any situation, I don't know, let's suppose you have an important interview to go to, and let's say you feel somewhat nervous about it. How do you know you feel nervous? Again, if you run it carefully in your imagination, you can feel that even thinking about this interview triggers something in the pit of your stomach. This is where Chinese spleen or pancreas is located. Again, if you inhale more than you feel the urge to at the very beginning of the emotion, it will never start, but you feel like something is stuck in there. If you go back to the state of comfort, meaning you'll stop thinking about the situation that triggers your emotion, and you think about it again, you'll see that something happens before you feel the urge to inhale and trigger your emotion. It has to do with very fine movement. The movement is always in your torso. It seems to come from Ming Meng fire, meaning from lower back. And typically it involves a shift along the spine, which raises a bunch of questions about predisposition toward uh, various injuries to the spine, such as herniated disc. But nonetheless, how can you interfere with that? Well, again, if you start from the point of comfort and you think of a situation that causes, let's say, your anxiety, and you do not let your torso move in any way, you just continue staying in the position that you are in a state of comfort, you will be aware that you're about to feel anxiety, but you never feel it. The only issue with that approach is that you need to stay still for a longer period of time because you will have another urge. It will come again and it's going to be sharper. But then after a few more attempts, apparently it comes in circles. It slows down and disappears. Again, you will think of yourself that probably you should feel nervous, but the emotion itself will never take place. And this method works for any emotion there is. Every time organs are involved, meaning from Chinese perspective, if you don't let your torso to change its posture, we're talking about a small movement, yes, but it's not that small that you can't really identify it. It becomes pretty obvious if you compare it to the point, again, to the state of comfort from which you think about the situation that causes the emotion. Once you're aware of what tendencies you have and how you turn on different emotions, you can try catching them in real time.